Is Python Patrol one of Cobra's more stranger sub-teams? Let's explore that. Cobra's Python Patrol was created in response to the G.I. Joe team's Tiger Force. Formed in 1989, the original Python Patrol consisted of 6 members. Copperhead was the only named character. He was kind of considered the leader of the team. He joined Cobra to pay off his racing debts. Python Patrol consisted of different troops from the Cobra ranks that had specific specialties. Televipers are the communications experts. Vipers are the assault troopers that can sneak behind enemy lines undetected. Cobra officers are trained at Cobra leadership schools and are qualified in several areas, including air traffic controller, artillery spotter, and infantry leader. Crimson Guards are the highest educated of the team. They are required to have a college degree and be in top physical condition. Cobra Troopers are the general infantry troopers. They are cross-trained in multiple specialties such as computer operator, cook, or ordnance supply specialist. Python Patrol figures were direct repaints of their version 1 selves. Hasbro did this as a way of updating and reissuing old figures to generate more sales from existing molds. The file cards were almost identical to the originals except for a few modifications that referenced Python Patrol and stealth capabilities. No team would be complete without a few vehicles, so the original team had 2 repainted Cobra vehicles, the Asp and the Stun, and 1 repainted G.I. Joe vehicle, a Conquest X-30, which Cobra had either captured or bought, depending on the storyline. These 3 vehicles were Pythonized with a red snakeskin camo pattern in order to be hidden from radar. An interesting note is that the figures and the vehicles had a different color snakeskin pattern. The figure patterns were either a gray-white or a yellow-green. Brazil received 3 unique characters and 1 unique vehicle in Python Patrol, none of which I will attempt saying the name of. The first one was a Python Gunman, a repainted version 1 airborne figure. The second was a Python Biker, a repainted version 1 ripcord figure. And the third was Python, a repainted version 1 Cobra. The vehicle was a Python Hydro helicopter, a repainted version of the Dreadnought Swampfire. If I got those wrong, blame Google Translate. These figures and vehicles were never officially released in the United States. As with many of the toys, Larry Hama brought Python Patrol into a few issues of the Marvel comic. In issue 88, it was shown that Dr. Mindbender created the Pythonizing technology, so vehicles would be invisible to radar and infrared. Later in issue 99, Zorana is seen flying a Python Conquest over the pit and records the coordinates. Finally, in issue 100, both the Python Conquest and the Python Stun are part of the skirmish with the Joe team. Zorana escapes in a Python Stun. She believes they will be hidden from radar, but it is pointed out by a Televiper that she is the only one not Pythonized and thus not hidden from radar. In the cartoon universe, Deke used the Python Patrol in their miniseries, Operation Dragonfire. The Return to Cobra Commander used the power of Dragonfire to fuse animals and vehicles, thus creating Python Patrol. This Pythonizing gives the vehicles stealth and makes them invisible to radar. Cobra Commander also gave the command of Python Patrol to Copperhead. With the return of the mainstream A Real American Hero toy line in 2000, we were given a new updated Python Patrol team in 2003 as a Toys R Us 6-pack exclusive. This time Major Blood was the only named character and the assumed leader. Again, the troops were handpicked from the Cobra ranks by their specialties. Lampreys are the underwater demolitions experts. Laser Vipers target the enemies so that the other troops can identify what to fire at. Heat Vipers are the anti-tank troopers. They will take aim at anything with armor. Rock Vipers scale anything from rocks to mountains to buildings to get into a better spot to target the enemy. Saw Viper is the team's heavy machine gunner. This guy as well, he's just nasty. Not much he can't do. Avoid him at all costs. If you see him, just run as fast as you can and don't stop. Finally, we have Major Sebastian Blood, the de facto leader. Blood is a mercenary who has been in many countries as a military advisor. He landed in Cobra and eventually was placed in Python Patrol. These Python Patrol troops were direct repaints of their 1980s version 1 figures, while Major Blood used the body of Zap version 2 and the head of Major Blood version 3. The file cards made no direct mention of the Python Patrol connection. In fact, they are mostly copies of earlier file cards for the characters. This time, the figures used mostly a red, black, and gold color scheme that matched the 1989 Python Patrol vehicles. Saw Viper was unique in that he had a bright reddish color used on his figure. This set of the Python Patrol had no vehicles released with them. There were a few figures released that appeared to be part of Python Patrol, but were not officially stated as such. In 2004, Viper version 13 and Televiper version 4 were released. These were repainted from Viper version 12 in 2004 and Televiper version 3 in 2003. Crocmaster version 5 also unofficially joined the ranks in 2015. This was a repaint from version 3 in 2008. 2007 saw the release of what is called the modern Sculpt figures. These were G.I. Joe figures that were made without an O-ring. In 2008, updates of Python Crimson Guard and Python Officer were released. The next year, 2009, Copperhead was released with the Sting Raider. It was a homage to Copperhead's original vehicle, the Water Moccasin. Python Viper was released with the reissue of the Python version of the Conquest X30. The G.I. Joe Collectors Club also got into the Python Patrol madness when they released the long-delayed direct-to-consumer figure of Copperhead in 2008. Later, in 2011, they made Python Patrol the villains in the JoeCon set Mission Brazil 2. Python Televiper and Python Trooper came with the convention set. Python Televiper Officer, a new named character, was the parachute figure. Motor Viper, a new troop added to Python Patrol, was the driver of the new Python Stinger. The club also updated 2 of the international figures. Trigger was the update to the Python Gunman, and Lightning was the update to Python Biker. The final piece to the convention set was the Python Water Moccasin. Python Patrol doesn't seem to stay gone for very long. In fact, it is the theme to this year's JoeCon. What does the future hold in Python Peril? Marauders to the rescue. Thank you for watching. If you would like to drop me a line, please do so in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this and want to be notified of future videos, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon next to it. I will see you next time on another episode of G.I. Joe Basic Training.